What is going on, guys? Sorry, I had to feed I was feeding the baby. He was hungry and woke up from a nap. Well, woke up and I was like, I gotta feed the baby. And yeah. So, sorry. What's up, Tech Man? Let's go. Alright. So here we are. How are y'all doing? Good morning, miners. How are y'all doing this fantastic Saturday morning? Rude Puts, good morning, my dude. Wheeling Crypto, good morning. Kaiser Stone, good morning, my dude. Crypto Crag, Techman Ty. Sadie all the time. That one guy, Oz, good morning, my dude. Good morning. Dad mode activated, yeah. Did you burp the baby? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really have to burp him anymore, but yeah. But now he's in his gigantic pack and play. Tucked away, safe and sound, can't get out. Watching him on the monitor. Whoop whoop. It's the Chump Change raid. What is up, Chump Change? Thank you, my dude, for the raid. Good morning, all of you fantastic misfits out there. What is up? Good morning, Retro Mike, Automatic Beats, Chump Change. Good morning, all set miners. Good morning, Dakota Miner. All the miners are here, guys. What is up? What is up? Just a slight shake, right? Pocket Change. Good morning. Yeah, that gigantic pack and play comes in huge handy now because he is extremely mobile. Well, I say extremely, but he's scoot crawling. That is for sure. It happened like just out of the blue, and then literally hasn't stopped yet. That's right. Smash the like button for babies never stop moving once they learn they can move. That's right. Smash the like button, subscribe button, that bell notifications. You know, every time that we go live or post videos here on the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated if you did. I appreciate you, Jump Change, for sending everybody over here. Mining at a loss. Well, I'm not mining at a loss, sir. I'm in a situation where most of my rigs are at a place where I do not have to pay for the electricity. So, no loss for me. So, my situation is skewed from everybody else's. Just in general, does it make sense to you? Yeah, it does. It would in my case, because I don't have so I ended up keeping my Coinbase account, but that's the only way I would have to like buy crypto. MoonPay, I guess you can now, for if you need to buy crypto. But if you don't have the means to physically buy some of the coins or get crypto in general, mining is the solution. You know what I mean? If it costs you less to buy the coin than it does to mine the coin, depends on your level of security risk, right? So like if you're gonna go buy a coin from an exchange, like you don't know where that coin's coming from. Like, to be honest, you know, it could have changed 1,000 hands before it got to you, and that's a long trail. Your mining coins, those are your coins. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's straightforward. Like, you own those. You were the only one that have owned those. Call them virgin coins, because they have not been touched by any address but your own. They are worth more in a lot of cases. So Really just depends on what your security, like how your level of security, if you want to buy coins off an exchange or mine your coins that have never touched an exchange. For the die-hard people that want cold storage coins, that's the way. Because sending your coins to your ledger still tracks everything to your ledger. You mine coins to your ledger, no one knows that address but you and that pool. That's it. No one else that sent you the coins, where you bought them from. You want to be private, that's the way you do it. Or you use mixing services. But even that comes down to a fine point of that cost. That costs you. You know what I mean? I use mixing services before I send to a cold storage. If I know the coins are like tainted, I'll throw them through the mixer a couple times. Yeah, I'll lose a couple bucks, but 100% worth it, in my opinion. I offer you the Geek of the Year trophy. Tornado Cash for the win, dude. Tornado Cash is amazing. They had the source code on GitHub for a minute from a school. I think it was Harvard. A tech team at Harvard posted it for education and research purposes only. But they posted the source code, and it's there. I don't know if it's still there, but I definitely saved it. Because you can run your own instance of Tornado Cash. Like, it's the total thing. You just gotta be really smart when you do it. Pay your taxes. Most of them are old and need diapers. Facts. Facts, Techman. At scale, I don't mind unless it's profitable. However, I do buy the coins and keep several hobby rigs going at all times. But at scale, I have to pay most of my electric. Yeah, right. Facts. Hey, later chump. Have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tonight. Of course, I'll be streaming on DCA Adventure, but we will raid y'all after that, because we wind out as y'all start up, so all works out. MIT toyed with it and gave feedback after the FBI was involved. There you go. Yeah. Saved to an offline device that did not touch my internet. Safe and sound. Gosh, the fly in here. Hey, I appreciate you, Jump Change. Thanks for sending the love over here first this morning. But guys, give me 1 second. I can hear the baby hooting and hollering. So you can look at the charts for a second. I can hear him going. Oh, you would. Give me back my 6 charts. I don't want to. Give me 6. All right. Laundry day. Freaking hate laundry day. Hate folding clothes. That's what I hate. I don't mind doing laundry. I don't enjoy folding clothes. But, guys, man, I had tons of... So I recorded a bunch of content this week. Because I was super busy at the farm. Had tons of stuff to do there. And had some FPGA content that I needed to edit. Had an interview last week that I needed to get up for DCA Adventure. And I have not had the time to even start editing yet. Because I've been at the farm, like, working. And then life as well. So, soon, next week, you'll have a full week of content for here. Plus, you'll have some stuff coming out on DCA Adventure. And, yeah. So, sorry that I didn't get to post FPGA Fridays, Retro Mike. But, I will give you a super awesome update. I got the BCU rig actually up and running. It was temporary. Temporarily up and running just to see if I could get the rig back up. The problem was and is the CPU block is limiting flow. I think there's either a clog in it or something, but it is definitely limiting the flow. Because I removed it and now it boots and stays booted because the CPU doesn't overheat anymore because I added on a cooler and doesn't overheat at all. So now it actually functions and works, but the issue now is that it's like I just kind of like tied the CPU block up because I have to like redo the entire loop kind of in order to take out the CPU block. So I just kind of like tied it up out of the way for the time being, like at a good angle, so that way the flow isn't like interrupted. And it's working. Its flow is definitely not as high as it probably should be because the BCU was getting kind of worn. But it was working, and I was actually able to get it working on Team Redminer, which if anyone's ever ran a BCU, getting it up and running is kind of tedious. Like there's a lot of steps to it, and literally running Team Redminer was the absolute easiest thing I've ever done. Like the easiest, and it's extremely stable. I dig it. I don't know if it's still worth the 10% fee, but I mean, in all reality, you would have had to buy an XJTAG license. You would have had to either buy a private bid stream or take a good amount of fee, and or both in that situation. So I mean, it almost isn't. It almost is like worth it paying the 10% if you don't want to go through all the other troubles. Though having NextJTAG for the BCU is important because it lets you reprogram the bit, or it lets you like reprogram the voltage. Because it doesn't do it via the miner for the BCUs anyway. But yeah, you'll all hear about that on the FPGA content. But in testing it, I turned it on like solo mining because apparently it should do well on solo mining according to like the calculator. Right, so according to the calculator, and hashrate.not know if you're watching this, can you please update this? I would really love to see the BCU, the CVP13, like any of the other FPGAs that are out there. There are quite a few more that should be on this list, in my personal opinion. But that's just me. So go up here to Caspa. We'll go to the calculator. We'll do 4,000 mega hashes for 250 watts, 10% fee. So you should make 152 Caspa per day, give or take, or solo mine and you have a 97% chance of finding a block every day. for 270 Caspa. So I solo mined it, and I smacked 3 blocks within 24 hours. Like, just like, bam, bam, bam. It was the absolute funniest thing in the world. So, go us. But yeah, so pretty cool. Actually, we were looking at pointing I was talking with my buddy who owns the Osprey, and he's okay with putting it over to solo and see if it gets better hash or gets better rewards. Because that does a lot. It's like 14,300 for 535 watts. Calculate on average about 3 blocks a day or 654 Caspa. So 270, it's like 277, but after the fees and everything, it was like 270. That by 3. So you would make 810 versus 654. So pretty cool. I don't know about Caspa. I mean, I'm really interested in Caspa if they do the things that they're supposed to do. Later, all set. I'll see you later, buddy. But yeah, my personal opinion. Oh my gosh. I can't keep up with everything, man. 10 million notifications. But yeah, if they actually implement in, Dag Knight all the way, and then implement in Rust to where they can allow smart contracts, I think they'll be a good contender to the Solana-ish ecosystem, because it will be Rust based, and you'll have other platforms that run like AMMs and stuff for like liquidity pools. For Solana would be able to like implement in like Caspa because it's built on Rust. So you would have like multi-layer pools, kind of like SushiSwap. You know how you have like, they have a Binance Smart Chain version, Ethereum version, a Polygon version. They have like all the different EVM compatible chains versions for SushiSwap, and they all have different pools and liquidity and TVLs and stuff. So you would actually see that probably with things that are Solana, and they would integrate with Caspa because of the Rust protocol. And FPGAs would honestly help Caspa, in my personal opinion, because it can help solve solutions that GPUs just can't. It allows for that faster transactions per second, TPS. Because if anybody goes and looks at the validator build out for building a validator for Solana, they actually mention and tell you to leave a by 4 and up. So I think it's by 4. Is it by 4 or by 8? By 8 and up. PCIe lane 4.8, either GPU or an FPGA, and that's like on Solana's like official documents. So they had plans to implement FPGAs at one point, or still do, but it just aren't doing it because they would. Rust benefits from that. And like a protocol layer. E300 needs to hurry up. Yeah, I agree. My buddy has like a few more that he wants to get, but can't because they're like they're overseas right now. They had to change their they had to change shipping locations. Why is Dynex anti-FPGA? Because they're not technically proof of useful work, so they can't benefit from it. It would only destroy their, not destroy, but it would wreak havoc on their algorithm. Their network couldn't sustain it. In my opinion, the network couldn't sustain the hash rate. What is... What algorithm is Dynex? Dynex also, that's their own... Is it a derivative of something? No. So it's fake proof of useful work. I mean, yeah. In my opinion, it's not. They don't use proof of useful work. In my personal opinion. And if I'm not mistaken, all of their funds, like all of their coins, were pre-mined, basically. Like you're not mining mined coins. You're not minting coins, if that makes sense. Like they were already there. They're just giving you rewards out of a pool. Dynex solve, okay. So proof of useful work. Yeah, it's not really it's a lot of fancy words, but not describing anything. Utilizes the unprecedented processing speeds. Simulations of our Dynex chips. I don't see, that's where they lose me, that they have their own integrated chips, which I don't. How? Maybe like an eGPU situation. But yeah, I don't like it. Not a fan. In my opinion. A pre-mine, yeah, like a pre-mine is like the dev team mining coins before they were like public, right? It'd be like an ICO, like getting shares before the public. That would be a pre-mine. In Dynex's case, all of the coins were pre-mined. Like none of them, no new coins are being minted. They were all minted already. Kryptonite was abandoned by Monero. Yeah, I know. It came from Kryptonite? Okay. And I know that even Flux has mentioned like Flux has mentioned before that they're gonna allow FPGAs, but not to mine the coin. They'll provide a different proof of work, right? They will provide different resources. Some of like the smaller ones won't be of use. Like the forest kittens probably won't be of use. I don't think there's enough of them to make of use. Like everyone, like all of the forest kittens in the existence would have to mine. But yeah, the chips are simulated. Yeah, like kind of like an eGPU. The GPU is not real. You think .next is a scam? Possibly. I mean, they're not doing anything. What are your thoughts on Flux changing their algo name, stating that they are true proof of useful work? My take is if they don't trademark proof of useful work in every country, then it comes off as a little bit whiny. So I like Flux, right? And that move isn't like technically the smartest, but it also comes out the same time about the SEC stuff. So maybe there's more to it, for the fact that, you know, a lot of Flux is staking, but it's not technically staking. It is at a protocol level, but at a physical level, it's not deemed staking via like what the SEC said. SEC would be saying basically coins that you don't have access to, right? So if I send my coins to Pancake Swap and stake them for Cake, that's staking and that would not be okay. But Flux, you still have control of your coins in your wallet. So it's technically not staking. Titan nodes, I'm not sure how that, yeah, Titan is pure, yeah, staking. So you have to like, you lose custody of the coins for Titan. You can't lose custody of your coins. Yeah. As soon as you lose custody of the coins, it's considered staking by the terms that were stated. So a lot of us that are using like AMMs, like Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, like you'll have to use a VPN, and if you're using MetaMask, you're gonna have to use a private RPC, because you won't be able to use it with the normal Ethereum RPC because they follow the SEC's regulations and guidelines. So take that for what it is, in my opinion. And at the same time we talk about all this, the devs have now tested ETH withdrawals ahead of the Shanghai update. The same time, right? Same time all of this happened. They're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and test this ahead of the Shanghai update. At the same time, all of the staking and stuff has come to light. I find it kind of funny. But to what you were saying there, Retro Mike, I don't think it's extremely healthy, but I think it helps with what they're doing. Granted, kind of like Dan said, half of the network is proof of useful work, theoretically, right? And technically, the node side, they're providing useful work. They're providing all of the storage and the data and everything, the backbone. So technically, ETH going back to proof of useful work? No, they're just testing the ETH withdrawals. So anyone staked ETH will soon be, you'll be able to get it out soon. I doubt they'll ever go back to proof of useful work. I highly doubt it. But yeah. So I don't know that it's like the best call, but maybe it's a call they had to make. Nimbus rewards, still not doing too bad per day. On the overview of like resources and everything of node counts did not go down, like at all, right? It's like here, the 8, right? It was right here. So down and then right back. Now we're still around the same amount of nodes that we were, except for like up here. So, people did not take nodes offline. If they did, it's like nominal nodes. There's not very many. Resources didn't really decline much. This is what I was actually kind of curious about, was if any of this was going to change, right? RAM history, we need to go to the 7th. Dropped. So it dropped a little bit, and then really dropped on the 10th, but has come back. Is down by like 1 terabyte. So 7th. CPU usage went down a little bit, 42, and barely even less than 42,000 threads. So yeah, not bad. People's withdrawals will tank the price. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think it will too. Not financial advice. If you hold Ethereum, I would sell it before that happens. Either A, position yourself to get back in at a lower price, or B, take your profits and get out of Ethereum altogether. Yeah. Not financial advice whatsoever, of course. But where was Marketplace apps? Was it Marketplace? Yeah, shared nodes. And didn't really change much. Flux was a great name. It is a great name. I like Flux. I like the project. The choices, I'm gonna watch earnings over the next month for sure, though, just to be safe, as one should. Go over. That was loud. Let's see. So prior to oh, for sure. That's what I thought. Prior to the happening, I did this video. So there's still the same amount of active nodes online. Amount of... Oop, hold on. Oh my gosh. Mother-in-law came to drop off baby food and knocked and the dog started going crazy. Luckily the baby wasn't sleeping, so we're good. But anyway, the amount of staking pool was 4,198,000, and it is currently more. Max supply, same. Current supply is less. So there is a less in the current supply, but the APR did drop in half. I was curious if it was gonna like cut in half, and it did. So 607 for 6 months, and now it is 302. 12 months is now 320. It was 643. 3 months was 570. It is now 284. So I was actually curious if that was going to happen, and it should, right? Like theoretically, everything across the board should halve. So I was curious if this would halve as well, because Titan nodes weren't a thing during the last halvening 2 years ago. So that I was curious, so that makes me feel better. Also, we got some of these in from our boy Nim. Actually got a whole bunch of them. His printer has way tighter tolerance than mine does. So I had him print out a bunch of these. So I think we have 12 of these right now, but they are basically like wire holders. We have super long ones that are like 3 foot long at the facility, like on the ceiling in the main room, so the wires can come up and out. But I wanted something like that, but for the front of the hosting racks, right, to where I can feed the Ethernet cord, you know, through these, basically. So we will be able to run the Ethernet cord. These will be attached to the pole, and your Ethernet cords will go through and then pass down the racks. And they have a channel that goes right over the top of them, like so. So these will be fastened to the rack, and we'll be able to pass the Ethernet through them. And just kind of help cable manage them, because right now I have the Ethernet on the lower rack. Well, now that we have the new power installed and inspections are coming, should be either Monday, hopefully not Tuesday, but hopefully Monday. By the latest, they have to be here by Tuesday for inspections. So that's awesome, and we'll have a little bit more power to play with. And yeah. Have a little bit more to play with. That is the ultimate goal, because it definitely helps out, because we can get more hosting rigs up in meantime for the 500 kVA to come in. But I would like to start organizing the cables now, because I have to move where the what do you call it, where the switch is. The switch is was in a great spot at the time, because most of the rigs were at the other end of the hosting, but now they're starting to fill out, and now I need it in the middle, because it makes more sense, and I can't put rigs in the middle in one slot because there's a pole. So I'll be using these to feed Ethernet all the way down. So F8 of that. No more fuses. Yeah, we still have fuses on the current disconnect, but the new one, no, we won't have fuses. I've been thinking about some. Yeah, Nim actually has the file for these, and they're really awesome. I think his were taking like 5 hours to print, because you can fit 3 of them on a bed at a time. So if you have a printer, you can get the file on Thingiverse, but you have to scale it, because it is super tiny and you can't even fit your pinky through it. But I got a whole box of those, so super awesome. Super awesome. And you can break the tabs off if you want. Like if you need multiple cables to come through one slot, you can just break the tab out, which is nice. But yeah, his was a lot tighter of tolerance than mine was. I was having issues. He didn't have to print any supports or anything, just printed it as it was, overhangs and all. So, F8 of that. FA to that. I know our boy Serpent's gonna be going live here soon. But in the meantime, guys, what is something that y'all are mining? Are y'all still mining with GPUs, or have you stopped? I mean, at what, 10 cents? I don't know why it keeps going to 1. Getting kind of annoying. 10 cents. So, only way to be profitable is running newer hardware. Any of the older stuff is not profitable. I mean, 6700s are profitable on Caspa. $5,700s are not, in a sense. Let's see. About RX 580. RX 580s are negative 8 cents a day. $570 negative 11 cents a day. But a 470 is only negative 6 cents. That doesn't make sense. They all do the same hash rate. I have one GPU on ETC through unminable. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I am still mining Flux because I don't have to pay power on most of my rigs. $10.70. Right there. 11 cents on Dynex. I mean, profit's profit. Not that I would hold Dynex. Not financial advice, but you know what I mean? It's definitely the highest profit. I wouldn't say, you know, mine do an exchange, but mine do an exchange and convert often. Get enough to get your BTC out of the exchange and get out. Tesla P4s. Dang, man. They even have the P4s on here? I don't even think they have the P4s. Probably not. P106s though, those are nice. 6 cents profit. There you go. On 10 cents electric. But yeah, I wouldn't hold Dynex, that's for sure. It kind of feels like a rug. Yeah. Yeah, it does, man. So I'm saying I wouldn't say mine do an exchange, you know, normally, but convert often. As often as you can. Swap for BTC as fast as you can, or as often as you can. With as little transactions, right? For mine or for tax purposes. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. You still have to wait for the amount to trade. So 11070 couldn't make a trade for BTC daily. I get you. Facts, Retro Mike. He says, I know someone with an auto exchanging tool. Does it work for Dynex? Because man, that would be killer for a lot of people right now. They would definitely be able to use something like that. Retro Mike. And don't use their web wallet. Yeah, that's not safe. What's the pool tech man uses? Zerg pool, I think. So tech man loves Zerg pool. Hey, there you go. See, but with Zerg pool auto exchange to Litecoin. Just saying. they have, so the Zerg pool has a Dynex pool, and you can auto exchange to Litecoin. Sold. It does. Nice. No BTC. Auto Litecoin. There you go. So, if it's profitable for you to mine Dynex, there you go. I would use Zergpool, 100%. It uses end users exchange API keys. Yep. I've used Zergpool multiple times. It's a good pool. Zergpool, Mining Pool Hub. I used to love Mining Pool Hub. They got really difficult to use for a while. But now they're kind of limiting uses. Limiting use cases. Not uses, but use cases. Try to make too many people happy. You can also auto exchange to Flux with Zerg for those that want to hold Flux. There you go. Facts. Thank you, Serpent. We appreciate you, buddy. We are set up to raid you. So now that you are going live, we will get ready to head over there. So guys, there's a super awesome tip. Use zergpool.com in order to mine maybe Dynex or something and auto exchange it to Litecoin. That is the absolute safest and fastest way to do it. We will probably look at that for the farm too. Disabled all auto exchanging. Ooh, ouch. Well, F you too, Mining Pool Hub. Dynex. Cool. Yeah, see, it's not even listed on their pool list, so that's pretty interesting. Pro tip of the day. LOFU pool. Yep, pro tip of the day. Second pro tip: if you use Reddit, you can go claim a free Polygon NFT. They partnered with the NFL, and they actually released an NFT. They already have an NFT collection, but yeah, they'll give it to you for free, and it's based off of Super Bowl. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can go claim it. A lot of their previous collections sold for quite a bit, so they're giving it to you for free. Pick the team that's going to win, because that one will probably be worth more. Not financial advice whatsoever, but it's for free. Also overpaid ETH post-merge and was asking people to refund their overpayments. That's stupid. That's their fault. That's really dumb. I didn't know that. Retromite. Shame on them. Shame on them. Well, guys, Serpent is live. We'll give it a like, and we'll head out of here and go rate his stream. Tell them where you're coming from. It would be greatly appreciated. Before you leave, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and like the video. Share the video with anyone that you would care to, because it'd be greatly appreciated. Now, we will have content coming out to fill out the next week, as well as we'll have a few shorts adding in there, because It's an interesting way, and it's been actually growing up and growing the channel a little bit. It's bringing in other people that I haven't seen before, and it's looks to be helping. So I will continue to do small, short updates because it actually seems to be helping the channel out in growth. So stay tuned for some of those. If you don't like those, I'm sorry, but I still love you, and yeah, I would like to grow the channel. It would be very helpful. It was so sad. They were always my favorite pool. Yeah, they were a great pool. I used them for a very long time. So, much love, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Make sure you head over to your boy Serpent. Make sure you like his video. Tell him where you're coming from. We'll see you all in the next one, guys. Much love. Peace out. Keep on mining. And stay savage, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. Deckman, damn you. Coming here with a $20 super chat. Love you, bro. You're amazing. Thank you, Techman, for the shipping. That is stuff to actually Rude puts. He won that giveaway, and he got all of his stickers and the coaster and everything. So, thank you, Techman. Thanks for $20 super chat. We'll see y'all next time. Peace. Techman's fucking awesome.